As far as dangling from a radio tower goes, I've had better. I'm sure I've got something in my tool bag that'll help me get out of this situation. I didn't make it this far in the Radlands without being prepared, come on. That's one of the few holdovers from my life in the cave cult. They always told us to be prepared. So for that, I really should give a real thank you and shout out to to the folks who raised me. Now, I was never part of Rad Scouts. We didn't have Rad Scouts in the cave cult. We had something else. We were told stories like the boy who forgot his go bag and was eaten by cannibals, and the girl who left the cave and never came back. That one's a personal favorite of mine. Get it, girl. There was another one whose title I don't remember, and it wasn't even written in a language I could understand. The only person who could read it was Father. Oh, no, not again.
Where's my people? Sorry, edit that one out. Edit that one out. Hi, I'm Dr. Professor Elux, the visionary founder and CEO of Elux Electronics Company. I've had my people over-engineer these incredible and impeccable appliances for use in your future home. From our smart washers to our first stage hydrogen rockets and our new experimental Dyson habitat ring launching in the year 2059, we've had our hands on the leading edge of science since its inception, and we will continue for many years to come.
Well, that's just my reminder to set up a filter to remove things like that from my airwaves. I don't really mind if people are piggybacking off my signal. That happens all the time, but I don't want to do that for someone like, someone like that. Now, Weatherbot 95 told me he called for assistance and they would be here in, error minutes, and, my watch doesn't work. Sort of a whole EMP thing, you understand? So, I'm going to return you to a show already in progress because I am 100% certain Weatherbot 95 is still going at it.
Double D batteries, that is. Our next question comes from Lost Love in the Lustlands. Error, location unknown. I like two different boys at once. What should I do? Analyzing. A common predicament. I once used two different servo splicers at once, and it required a written apology. I recommend a multifaceted approach. First, ask each of them if it would be acceptable to date both at once. If that is unacceptable, ask each of them if they would agree to uploading both their consciousnesses to a solid-state drive and install their personas directly into your memory core. If that is unacceptable, prepare to die. Error. Prepare to die alone. Oh, what's this? We have an incoming transmission from the baddest babe in the Radlands, Max the Millions. Go ahead, you're on the air with Weatherbot 95.
Oh, hey, you sexy block of stem bolts. I've got a question for you. Were drive-in movies really a thing, and what kind of porn were they group watching?
Yes! Everything was above the belt, you see.
Do I hear you blushing?
Error.
Okay, guess that one hits too close to home.
95, I really don't think we should be taking questions from the audience, okay?
How can I catch print through metal plating? Because if a man's packing a C through metal, I want to know.
It's not about size. It's more about how many you have.
Well, I might as well just cut my losses on this one. He can't hear me.
My polycule asked me to stop. That's all they wrote.
I could not agree more.
Why is there an XLR cable with two female ends here? Why? Why would we use them? Why would we use them? This is ridiculous. Oh my god, that's not what I meant. Okay, I'm so sorry. Of course, there's nothing wrong with two female ends. Or two male ends. Obviously. Oh, this isn't going to 95. This is broadcasting. Oh no. Hi, it's me, the lone transmitter. Yeah, it's come to my attention that I said some things.
This comes from Rad Cabbage Cocktail. My girlfriend and I are talking about scrambling servos, but I'm nervous. Do you have any advice for a first-timer?
Processing. I remember my first time like it was error. Prepare to shake tremendously upon completion of your romantic duties. I recommend using a variety of carbon fiber lubricants to ensure maximum flexibility and rigidity. Match the voltage to your system specs. Or mix it up if you want to get spicy. Your coolant levels will never be the same. Be sure to refill at your nearest Taco Bell. Available while supplies last. By way of personal advice, invite all your friends. The more servos, the better.
Okay. Alright, I got wire cutters. I can do this. I just gotta cut the... Wait a minute. I don't know how to use this. It's a wire cutter. You just... Oh, I don't have my simple tools memory card installed. What do I do?
You're on the line with Weatherbot 95, the Radland's second favorite.
I know who you are, and I'm incredibly impressed for a creature such as yourself to operate the way that you do.
Apologies? Do I know you?
You do. My name is Dr. Professor Elux, and unless you have the memory problems of your less charismatic cybernetic friend, you know who I am.
Accessing internal dossier. No data.
Interesting. Then would you do me the favor of an interview in person?
You sure know how to show a lady a boring time. Sir, this is a relationship advice show. So unless you have a question, we're moving on to the next caller.
Fine. I have a question.
I'd love to hear it.
What gives you the right?
I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific. DJ Daddy D-Rock, could you find out who this guy is? Thanks.
They call you a person. You call yourself a person. All of society treats you like a real person, but you're assembled a machine, made by machines, mechanically impressive, so you say, but you can be, electronically manipulated. Your programming can be altered.
Only if you buy me dinner first.
You're just wire cutter. Cut the wire.
Would you look at that? Max is on the other line again. You're on with 95.
Yeah. Elux, get the fuck off this line and take your second-rate shit-tier electronics with you.
It looks like we have our first... On one line, we have Max the Millions, the seeker of supplies and salvage, and keeper of my most secret servo. And on two, we have...
You can derail the conversation all you want. You do not have the right to...
What? You just left me hanging up there?
And your ratings have never been higher. We have two guests at once. And while my memory core interfaced with your computer, I dug out a hidden signal.
Dude, the whole point of a hidden signal is that it's supposed to stay hidden. You shouldn't be talking about it. Especially not when we have guests.
No thanks required.
Okay, now move over and let me salvage what's left of my show, alright? 95, my soundboard's in pieces. How am I supposed to do the show when I can't even trigger my drops? And how will our listeners know what show they're listening to if they don't hear the Wasteland Free Radio drop? Okay, yeah, it's alright. Oh my, alright, I gotta rally. I've gotta pull this together. Alright, hang on a sec. I should just start selling drugs. You're on live with the lone transmitter on Wasteland Free Radio, even though you're not supposed to be. Thanks for that, 95.
And you, lone transmitter, you're complicit in these crimes against humanity, giving into these illusions of personhood.
Crimes against humanity? 95, you gotta stop meeting people off the internet, man. He sounds like that space egg guy.
Space egg guy? That's Dr. Professor Elux.
Right, my mistake. Look, sorry to butt in like this, but this is my show and I didn't sign off on having any guests, but...
Oh, I'm happy you're here, lone transmitter. You're the one I want to talk to.
Hey, 95. How about we let these two egos duke it out and, we have a robotic rumble of our own?
Arriving at your loading dock in approximately 5 minutes! Error.
Okay, you, Dr. Professor Elux, the Freeman Street Bridge, Dynamo Science Labs, and if I heard this right, a pretty severe case of just old school racism. Now, I was present for both of these local apocalypses, and sure enough, I saw you do it. We would have had footage of the whole event, but the ensuing EMP from the explosion at Dynamo Science Labs sort of caused a problem. I'm sure you're aware. And anytime a piece of my gear fails, you can bet it's got your name all over it. Given all this, and what I'm sure will be more allegations to follow, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm just here to offer you a word of warning. Yellowbrook City might experience some difficulty in the future.
Oh yeah, that is pretty funny, isn't it, Beast? Some difficulty in the future. What exactly would you call all of this? Difficulty in the future. You know what? Yeah, if it's gonna be difficult, how about people like you just stay away?
Stay away? I have everything that I need in my time ship.
It's been a pleasure. Okay, bye. Guy likes to hear himself talk more than Grand Reverend Supreme. I'm not sure which one is more likely to cause the next apocalypse, but I'm not a prophet. I'm not even really a journalist. I just call myself that. It's not like anybody is issuing credentials these days. Taking you out today is a lone voice from deep within the Radlands. This is Gambit with his song, Osiris. I'm your host, the Lone Transmitter. Thank you once again for listening to Wasteland Free Radio, your very last source for news.
Somewhere back in 93, Osiris was evicted from the afterlife and mastered his religion. His crook and flair was books regaling fantasy and fiction, hailed as greatest works of art ever written. Now he's too enthralled. His truth was flawed. He thought that he could hoop and start a movement with his music. He was too involved. His hubris and his mood were gone. Along with every goofy song, Osiris would be asking his reflection, where do you belong? Stupid Massachusetts spawn. Sodium vapor, igniting street lights in that monochromatic, surreal orange tinted glow. Lyrics penned on paper, burning ink into stone. Words burning on the page like a pyroclastic flow. Late nights, handle on the sword, slipping upward. Self-mutilation, only type of pleasure he could suffer. Looking down at the lines on the composition notebook like he's trapped within the pages and the bars, his only buffer. White dresses, black suits and blue ties. Nice message, right truths and don't lie. He loves what he sees and she sees between the lines and believes that he's better than he is in his eyes. Mind in stasis, thoughts in iridescence. Nightmarish reality is slipping in his presence. If life is full of lessons, then his dream was ever pressing. Then the brightness in the tunnel was Osiris second guessing. Machiavellian entrance into this twisted industry. I mean intrinsically, who was meant to win in this simplicity? The fruits of his labor make him gamble more than often. It's hard to manage fruits because he's not a horticulturist. White dresses, black suits and blue ties. Nice message, right truths and don't lie. He loves what he sees and she sees between the lines and believes that he's better than he is in his eyes. Osiris and his missus reminisce on old lives, indecisive with his vices cause the price is too high. Now it's Isis with the right to make a slice into the pie, and her husband is undoubtedly the type to let it slide. His crook and flair was books regaling fantasy and fiction, hailed as greatest works of art ever written. Now he'll make his own. Take him back to church, take him back alone. Take his phone, take him at his word, take him at his own. Take him home, take his silly music and his book, but you can't take his soul. Make or break it, made to fake a lot but never faking me. Fake the marketing and fake the streams, I learned that nothing's free. But inside its cage, the bird with dreams will soar the highest, cause the sky is full of danger and the poachers wait in silence. Why should Gambit manage difficult decisions when the world is led astray? Why does Gambit's little problems manifest in different ways? Why would Gambit feel the slightest of resentment when I'm blessed with every day while my neighbors rot in prison? Osiris' silence was sizable. Now he seeks for penance, sick of CEOs in a season slacking on moral finance. Seems the reason they feed us is they view us as cattle, just another life to keep the corporate cowboy in saddle. Battle tactics with road rage mentality, trample anybody who opposes the norm. Their words are made of fire and propane's in my anatomy, so maybe with some rain we could weather the storm. White dresses, black suits and blue ties, nice message, right truths and don't lie. He loves what he sees and she sees between the lines and believes that he's better than he is in his eyes.
Thank you everybody so much for listening to Wasteland Free Radio. You can find us everywhere on socials at Wasteland Free Radio. You can also find us on Patreon if you'd like to become a supporter and get bonus episodes and a bunch of other fun things. Huge thank you to 11D7 and Gambit for use of their music in this episode. You can find all of their stuff in links in the show notes. Please check them out. Dr. Professor Elux is played by Jesse Newman. Weatherbot 95 is played by Caleb Dudek. Max the Millions is played by Leo Joylock, and I'm Jeff Pitcher. I play the Lone Transmitter, your host. Hope you all enjoyed the official bootleg, where we're gonna throw extra music at you once in a while from bands that we've worked with in the real world. We would love to know what you think, so if you'd like to leave us a review or just comment on any of our posts, that would be wonderful. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you have any questions for Weatherbot 95, feel free to slide into our DMs. His advice might not be good, but it is advice. Thanks again for listening, and remember to stay kind, because here in the apocalypse, kindness is our crypto.